Our next finalist from Beverly, Massachusetts. The company is Water Hero. Please welcome Dan Sterling to the stage. All right. It's the last football. Are you a Patriots fan?
Yeah, sure am.
Okay. Well, you're in third place right now, and get used to it. Good luck, man.
Thank you, Bill. Hi, I'm Dan Sterling, founder and CEO of Water Hero, and I'm a recovering burst pipe victim. So, at a third floor toilet break, water's running all weekend. It did extensive damage, and it's a nightmare living through that. It's heartbreaking to see your kids' school projects destroyed, old family photographs, family heirlooms. We had to move out of the house. Weeks of disruption with remediation crews and insurance adjusters. So I asked my agent, there's got to be technology to avoid this from happening. And they pointed me towards an old school solution. It was $2,500. I said, no. I want something like my Wi-Fi thermostat, something I can operate with my smartphone. And it turns out that didn't exist. So being a serial entrepreneur, I said, fine, I'll build my own. Because I don't want this happening to your house or my house. How do we click this? There. Yeah. It's a nightmare, and no one needs to live through this. So, all right. So we solved two major problems. Number one is water damage costs the U.S. insurance industry $10 billion a year. It's even bigger in Europe. And it's their number one claim at 30% of total losses. The second big problem we solve is that U.S. households waste 6 trillion gallons of water every year. That costs them $48 billion. Eroded toilet flappers are our number one culprit. And one running toilet can cost you $1,000 a year. And in this era of global warming and drought, we just can't afford to waste 6 trillion gallons. It's not sustainable. So we got to do something about this. The solution is Water Hero. With Water Hero, if a pipe breaks in your house, we automatically shut your water off. We send you a text message. The real game changer is you control your water with your smartphone. You get real-time usage information, so you can tell up on the right someone took a 40-gallon shower. And if there is a leaky toilet, we'll tell you in minutes, not months. So we're disrupting old-school competitors like moisture sensors that I call the Hail Mary approach. If a pipe breaks, you better hope it breaks over that sensor. And even if you get 10 of them, you still don't have complete coverage of your house. Then there's first-generation whole house leak protection, not Wi-Fi connected, no data. So Water Hero is the first wirelessly connected, smartphone-controlled IoT device out there. We're very excited about it. You've got usage data, and we're a fraction of the cost at $299 to $699. So we're disrupting this market, and our total addressable market is huge. It's 100 million buildings just in the U.S. We're global. We've sold, and we have devices running on 6 continents right now. And we're especially interested in the freeze belt. There's 40 million homes there, and Buffalo is the buckle of the freeze belt. This is Water Hero country right here. We also are very interested in vacation homes. There's 6 million of those, and those folks want peace of mind. And then finally, there's 4 million multifamily homes. The landlords want to save money on their water bill. So we did a soft launch second quarter of 2017. We just finished our third quarter. We're up 139%. We did $80,000 of revenues. And our plan is to work through scalable partners for 2018 and eventually grow to 15 million by 2022, creating 50 great high-paying jobs right here in Buffalo. And we're working with all the major insurance companies. They've approached us. They have our units in their labs and test homes, and they validated our technology. We're doing a pilot program with a major utility in the Midwest. They see us as a great value-added service. And we have major plumbing corporations approaching us, as well as property managers. So with the 43North proceeds, we'll deploy that in 2 areas: driving growth and then unlocking recurring revenues. So in the growth area, we need to hire salespeople, marketing people, and then we need to build out our entire organization. We need supply chain, we need support, we need fulfillment, and we need finance and admin. So in the artificial intelligence area, we want to deploy more funds there. There's some amazing things we can do there that can drive recurring revenues from analytics, and also just customizable reporting for our scalable partners. So we actually have property managers telling us that they'll pay us $10 a month extra for customizable reporting. So some really exciting things we can do there. We've got a great team, very experienced team. I'm a Harvard MBA, 37 years experience. I've run a venture-backed corporation. We merged at a $900 million exit. Dan Finks, University of Rochester, He has experience with global water projects. Our engineering team has, they worked at Bose Corporation for 5 years together on some of the biggest, most successful projects. Together our team, and Vic's actually a Western New York native, our team has 13 patents, over 20 startups between the team. And so we're very excited. We want to work to make Buffalo the smart water capital of the world. We want to bring 50 high-paying jobs here. We're going to move our contract manufacturing here to create even more jobs. And we want to leverage the great talent in business and engineering. Thank you.
So you're going to bring, what you got? You're going to bring one of your
I want to bring up Vic Berry from Western New York. He's our Vice President of Engineering.
Who wants to kick us off? Greg, please.
Great presentation. You mentioned the product cost ranging from $299 to $699, I believe. What is the expected cost, or what is the current average cost of installation for the homeowner?
Yeah, it's typically the cost is about an hour of plumber's time to come out, so it varies from region to region. But our typical, our gross margin is we make $477 on our typical sale, and then have a customer acquisition cost of about $100 right now that we're continuing to drive down.
Okay.
Can you tell me a bit more about your plans with working with insurance in terms of your partnership? Will they offer discounts to homeowners who install your product? So just tell me a bit about that.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I actually get 2 premium discounts. So we also have a temperature sensor on there, so I get a low temperature alert discount, a freeze discount, as well as I get a premium discount for a leak protection device. And so we have more and more clients coming to us. They actually push back on their insurance company and said, I'm not paying $2,500. And so Water Hero is starting to appear on the short list of some insurance companies as a viable option. So we're really excited about that. They're looking at, so they already are doing premium discounts, but they're looking at subsidizing the price of the device. And some companies are talking about every time someone has a water damage claim to actually require and give them a Water Hero. And some high-end companies are looking to actually just give them away to insureds.
Jeff, please.
Yeah, curious the breakdown between the product that goes into a business, larger facility versus a home. Obviously, getting people, the angles that you're going after with insurers and so forth on discounts are great. It's hard to get people to spend a lot of money on preventative, especially if it's never happened to you. So, is the product the same in a commercial building versus a residential, and how do you kind of split your focus between the two of those?
Sure. Yeah. The great thing Vic and his team have done is they've taken the exact same electronics, and we can deploy it either invasively with our P100 product or non-invasively, where we can put the same electronics and all the same back-end software will operate on any positive displacement meter. So for example, commercial applications, there's a big 1.5 meter at the Mount Wilson Observatory in California. They put our Water Hero on the side of their Neptune T100 meter, and they said it probably paid for itself in 2 months. And homeowners can do that too. That's why the freeze belt, where people have basements, you could take your City of Buffalo meter and put our electronics on the side of that, and you'd get all the alerts. You wouldn't have to shut off unless you put the invasive product in, but you still get all the same back-end alerts, temperature alerts, freeze alerts, burst pipe alerts, and real-time water usage.
Elizabeth.
So I appreciate you focusing on the freeze belt, but I'd also suggest that you might want to weigh that against the drought belt. And to give an example of what's happening in California, my water bill was slightly higher 1 month, and within 72 hours of that bill being issued, someone from the water department came to my door and checked every one of my toilets and told me which one was broken. So they're enforcing use of water. So rather than you being responsible for how much water you use and the freezing and the damage, they're actually taking eminent domain over your use of water throughout the state, and that's happening in most of the drought states. So I sort of look at what you had in your business plan, which I looked over and thought, gosh, here's a way to enforce the usage and enforce actually professional installation as a potential opportunity. Have you thought about that side of the business versus the freeze belt?
We're actually absolutely, and to your point, we've seen great demand from California. We're shipping a lot of units out to California where people, remember going through the drought and, know it's going to happen again. So yeah, we see real strong demand in California.
And additionally, we're looking at features where we're going to be able to add artificial intelligence to read the water signatures of your devices in your house. And we could recommend that your toilet uses 4 gallons per flush. The 1.6 would save you this much money and things like that. So yeah, we have absolutely thought about that stuff.
They answered the question? I think they did. Did they answer it? I think they answered it. Did they answer your question? I think they did.
Sort of.
Yeah.
One of the things I noticed about your team is that you've got a lot of product development history and engineering. It's sort of that focusing on the sales channel that's going to get you to a booming business and get you to those exponential growth numbers. And so I was really angling more towards, selling strategy down to, who are the first customers and why are they going to buy 1,000 versus 1?
Right, and we are absolutely working on scalable partnerships, so that's where we see insurance companies being a great partner. So initially, we've gone direct to consumer, then we're going after the real estate vertical. So we've just sold 11 units to a homeowners association in Park City, Utah. We have a shopping mall looking at 150 units. So we're really focused right now on that channel. Initially, we're bringing someone on to call specifically on the real estate, the property management channel. But beyond that, I've done business development most of my career. I've actually worked with insurance companies, selling them social media services in a past life. So we're keeping those relationships warm. Insurance is going to be a huge part of this mid to longer term. And we're going to start right now. We have the higher end companies that are looking to do things in 2018.
All right, next question. Greg, please.
It seems as though you're currently operating as a standalone app. Are there plans to integrate into some of the larger home automation platforms?
Vic, go ahead.
Our APIs are currently open. We plan on doing integration with those. We don't have any currently, but we are absolutely looking at being part of the Nest family or Amazon, things like that. That's absolutely on our roadmap.
Megan, you had a question?
Yeah, going back to your team a little bit, you mentioned 13 patents, 20 startups. Super impressive. What are some of the past wins among your executive team that sort of tie back to what you're doing now?
Sure. Yeah, ironically, I was CEO of a company called Secure Pipe. So we were securing internet pipes. So we were doing 24/7 managed security, firewalls, intrusion detection. And so we merged that company with TrustWave and went through a $900 million exit a couple of years ago. So, very excited about that. This isn't our first rodeo. Vic, I think, has been with 8 startups. I've been with 8 startups. Chris, Eric, Dan, our entire team. We have over 20 startups under our belt. So I've been doing this since 1983.
And I think it might, of those 13 patents, 8 of those are mine. I have a lot of patents in self-forming artificially intelligent networks that build and conform to the environment. I have a lot of experience in AI that I'm getting to employ here, which is fantastic. I love it. But it's just a lot of fun.
You said the patents are yours. Have they been assigned to the company?
Oh, well, there are 2 fields on a patent, right? There's the inventor field and the assignee field. I get the inventor field. Somebody else got the assignee field.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Is this always on? Or do I have to turn this on via the app when I leave my house?
Vic.
It's always on. And one of the things that's actually a benefit of that is that insurance companies want to give you a discount if you're using this. We can tell them whether or not you're using it. The thing is on all the time. We have modes for home and away and things like that. So that, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, Jeff?
One more.
Please.
Just
One more.
the ability to, so I noticed a leak or something going on within the app. Is the plan to have an ability to partnerships there to just one click through the app kind of call it and have somebody come in and modify that for me? Otherwise, I guess I'm just going to a local plumber or somebody, then that I find on my own.
Vic, go ahead.
Well, we can do that. I mean, we've actually, when we look at partnering with other companies to do that, we actually have worked with some insurance companies that want to integrate us into their app, because a lot of insurance companies now have apps. And with that integration, they would be able to send somebody to your house pretty much automatically.
It'd be great for residential.
Okay, great job, guys.
Thank you, Bill. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Really wonderful.